Hello, today is going to be days 127 and 128 of my daily journal. So yesterday was Saturday, and I went to the farmer's market like I normally do. I also went and got my coffee, which I normally do. Um, I was also working. I got up decently early, and I, got ready and everything. Went to the farmer's market. Got my coffee, and the guy that I've been buying, like mineral pieces from, he was there this week, and I bought two more pieces. Um, I bought this one, which is a standard, amethyst. Um, it's standard amethyst, nothing special. Kind of amethyst seems like the most basic of like minerals. Just because I feel like everybody has it. Which, I mean, that's at least how it feels. I chose that one and the other piece simply because now I'm trying to add color. I have, I have a solid green one. I have a piece of amber, which is just brown, and then I have the one that's like the brown rock with the green minerals on it. Um, and then I have the big piece of wood too. So I think that's enough brown and green for that. I mainly chose those just to go with the aesthetic of my room. But now I'm going more into like colors. But yes, I have that amethyst, and then I have this pink piece right here. It's called Pink Halite. It's a pretty cool piece. It's also in a different display compared to everything else. Everything else has like a little like plastic stand. The big wooden piece actually has a more proper looking stand, but this one's the only one that has something like this specific type of stand. Also looks pretty cool in the light. But yes, I bought those two pieces. And same as always, I talked to the dude about his new pieces. There was a piece there. It looked so nice, and it was this like green and blue, just big, big like rock, and it looked like coral. Like when you think of sea coral, and if you think about the shades of like the green and blue, the green and the blue that you would see in like sea coral, that is exactly what it looked like. And I saw it, it immediately caught my eye, and I joked with the dude. I was like, it was partly joking, but also like 100% real. I saw it and I'm like, I really like that, and the fact that I really like that means that it is really expensive, and it very much was. The piece was $500. Um, yeah. At this point, anytime that I go and I just see a piece that I really like, I'm immediately going to assume, yeah, that's a really expensive piece. Um, which I think is just kind of funny. But yeah, joked about that. And yeah, he should be there in another 2 weeks. He does have some orange ones, and also a yellow one. I have a pink one. Like I said, I'm going for color now. So I have purple, I have blue, I got pink, I got green, and I got brown. Like I said, he does have some orange. He does have an orange one, and it looks like an actual full-on crystal. Um, and then there's this nice yellow one. That one's just like sulfur. The yellow one is just like pure sulfur. Um, Looks really cool. It's a nice bright yellow. I think those would be pretty cool. Some more color to add to it. There was this nice like reddish kind of orange one too. That one was pretty dope. But yeah, I bought those. I also had my dad take the truck to go get new tires and to have the tires rotated. All in all, that came out to like 660. for the new tires and the rotation with tax. They also did an inspection, and they figured out which light was actually the one that was messing up, and it was not the light I thought it was. It wasn't the passenger side. It was the third brake light above the truck bed. I'm actually really glad that they found that, because I was going to buy a whole new passenger brake light, which at minimum was gonna be like $100 at minimum. They found that, and my dad today, he went and got the bulb replaced for that third brake light. $9. That saved me so much money, so much. $9. I sent him 600 for the tires. I need to send him the 9 for the bulb and the 60 for tax. I'm gonna do that tomorrow whenever I deposit all my money into my bank account. And yeah, that was a huge thing. Like going from at least like 100, maybe $120 to down to 9. My God, was that was a godsend, in all honesty. But yeah, yesterday was a good day. Yesterday was a pretty good day. I made a good amount of money. I worked a decent amount of hours. Had to be there at 10. I was scheduled to be off at 4, but one of the drivers ended up calling out. I have no idea why. Not really important, but they ended up, my manager ended up asking me if I could stay a couple more hours to, to fill in for him. And I said yes, because that means more hours, which is always nice, since my hours did get cut a significant amount, and also more tips and more mileage. So that's very nice. And with those extra hours and the tips that I was getting, it actually turned out to be a really good night. Super good, really good night. Honestly, it was more than what I made Wednesday and Thursday combined. So that was real nice. And then today there was no farmer's market. There was no coffee shop, because the coffee shop is closed on Sundays. So I got to lay in bed for a little bit, and a little bit longer than I normally do. Got ready, had all my stuff ready and everything, and I went to work. Got to work, and since today was Mother's Day, there's this Tiff's Treats. I'm pretty sure it's like a national brand. I don't really know, but they do cookies and like other stuff. But on holidays like this, like Mother's Day, they also had some for Valentine's Day as well. They do like 2 orders throughout the day, one in the like morning-ish time, and then one in the afternoon. That's at least a decent couple of bucks there. There was one for a cafe that's also around the mall area. That one was a really nice one, $20, super nice. They did order once previously on Easter Sunday. I also ended up getting a good amount of money that time as well. So those 2 places they're real nice. And then throughout the day, I was getting, like a couple bucks here in cash, a $5 every now and again, and just good tips through credit card as well. Yeah, and it did get a little bit busy at some point throughout the day, but and it was only me until 4. But that's neither here nor there. It's good for me, because all of the tips and everything that could possibly be earned from opening until somebody else gets there is all mine. But at the same time, if it gets super busy and I get super swamped, then it kind of becomes a little bit stressful. There's a sweet spot where it's kind of busy, and so I get a good amount of orders, which means more tip potential and also more mileage. But yeah, today was also a really good day. I ended up staying till about 5 ish, and yeah, made some good money. And I mean, yeah, that's everything. The whole truck situation, that's all taken care of. Brake light is fixed. The wheel is refurbished, and a couple of new tires, and the tires rotated. So I'm going to be using my truck again for now until who knows. But I am now going to be using my truck again. Um, it was fun using the Mazda. It was different using the Mazda. It was very low. It was super low, and a little bit more tighter. Not as much space, which you know, is to be understandable. It is a smaller compact car. It definitely is fun. Got some kick to it. Me and my brother tried out the sport mode Saturday whenever I picked him up from Shenanigans, and I asked him if he wanted to see what the sport mode was about, and we tried it, and it was fun. We got up to 125. I had my foot all the way down on the gas. That was pretty fun. But yeah, um, yeah, man, that's everything. Today was Mother's Day. You know, we couldn't really schedule anything with our mom. For one, I was working for most of the day, and also like all of us weren't available. So she's probably gonna end up doing something later for Mother's Day, or later for her birthday as well, because her birthday is in 4 days. It's on Thursday. So yeah, she'll probably end up doing something for that where she gets all of us together and everything. But yeah, that was that. And yeah, I mean, had a good shift, made some really good money, helps with recouping all of the money that I spent on the truck. Um, came home, had steak, made a steak. Um, played some games on my phone, watched some YouTube, took a shower, all that normal stuff. And I have the next 2 days off. Um, my stool sample also came in. They actually ended up getting like 2 days ago. I guess I didn't see the email, or I guess I didn't check my email at all. But it came in 2 days ago, and they were saying that the stool sample itself was looking like drastically better than when I started the medication, which is really good. It's really nice. I'm still hanging in above 160, and I have my next appointment in 5 weeks. I am going to start, doing some workouts. I'm going to eat. I'm going to really try to eat as clean as possible, because before I go with my follow-up visit, they're going to request some labs from me to see where I'm at before I go and see him, before I go see my doctor. So these 5 weeks, I'm going to try my best to eat as clean as possible, and to do some forms of workout. I'm planning on doing actually like some jump rope, like jump rope for what I'm planning on doing is jump rope, the going out and hitting the bag that I bought, the bag, or it's a freestanding bag, weighted bottom, and then the tops, you know, you can do whatever. But doing that, doing some rounds, 3-minute rounds with like maybe a minute break in between. I'll figure out how many rounds I plan on doing that, and then just some maybe some small things here or there. But yeah, I'm not gonna be doing like a whole crazy weightlifting exercise routine. I'm just more so cardio stuff because this thing can't really handle that much cardio. Plus, I don't got the strongest bones, so it's kind of building all that stuff back up, and then hopefully soon I will be able to start looking at job positions for being an electrician after I've worked out for a bit, gotten myself in better shape. Hopefully, my whole situation is looking even better than it is right now. But yeah, that is the plan. But yeah, I mean that is everything that I have. So thank you for watching, anybody that watches. Thank you for commenting, anybody that comments. I do read them, I do appreciate them, and I do hope that everybody did have a good past couple of days. If you didn't, well then I hope the next couple of days are better for you. And until my video, hopefully Tuesday, that is everything that I have for you guys. So till then, see ya.